save is Sonic's.
Yep. Fuck it. Are you a big Kofi fan?
SOS! Here's them shouting.
Hey, what's 10 squared?
10 plus 10 plus 10, 30, 40, 50, 90, 100.
Whoa! What? Cool. This is our 100th video, by the way.
Welcome to video 100.
So look at me, our 500 subs thing.
Yeah.
But 2 scrubs made it not 500 subs.
We're at 498 subscribers, which means
subscribe now. So we can make a video.
So we can make 500 video this week where we plug all of you, some of you, a few of you.
We'll plug Wrestling Geniuses. What's up, Marco Rose?
What's up, brother? Yeah. So and Tobias Boom backwards swag. And anyways, it is March 5th. It is 2012. It's video 100. Let's start it. Who comes out to start this show? He's just a sexy boy. Who was
it? HBK.
He comes out. Shawn Michaels. Always love Shawn Michaels. He comes out and talks about how Triple H didn't want to do the match.
But no, that's the Shawn Michaels voice.
No, I know. I'm explaining to. Oh yeah,
Triple H didn't want to do the match.
Triple H didn't want peanut butter. That's all he talks about. So basically, he just talks about how, hey, he's happy Triple H accepted the match, but he wants to know why he accepted the match because he said no to Shawn Michaels. So he calls his buddy out, and it was time to play the game. Triple H comes out, and Shawn Michaels is like, man, what made you change your mind? I threw all the insults at you. You still wouldn't budge, but what was it? And as Jake pointed out, Shawn Michaels apparently doesn't watch Raw. Because
he said, "Hey, let's show what happened last week. I didn't watch it last week. What happened?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. What happened? I wasn't watching.
Oh my God.
Really?
And it shows.
I don't watch your fucking video where you shoot stuff in the wild either.
Yeah,
so I guess
true.
we're even.
Yeah, it's true. Actually, if I had the channel, I'd watch it because I want to see him hunting with Stone Cold.
The channel, the outdoor channel?
No, it's on some crazy channel. I don't have it.
The outdoor channel is 274 on DirecTV.
No, it's not that.
Okay.
He's not that big time. So the rest of the world, but he's not big enough to be on the outdoor channel. But then it shows the clip of Undertaker saying, "It's because you know you're not as good as Shawn." And then Shawn Michaels goes,
Undertaker voice or Wrestling Jesus voice?
Mixture of all three.
Yeah, so
you're just a bunch. I can't say that. But Triple H says, okay, this is where it got ridiculous. Triple H says he doesn't like Undertaker and everybody else picking on Shawn Michaels because everyone thinks Shawn Michaels is a loser. Who thinks that?
Who thinks Shawn Michaels wasn't really great? I don't know what he was going for. He alluded to a bunch of things about Shawn Michaels that are really his deep insecurities about why he's always trying to get over because he always feels he's inferior to Shawn.
Yeah.
Inner psychological thing going on. What happened was Triple H, deep down, is self-conscious whenever he thinks about Shawn Michaels because he will never be as good as Shawn Michaels in the ring. So he tries to get everything
or as
else.
anything.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's why he tried to get the mega pop.
Mm-hmm.
He takes down the legends, and he has the most title reigns besides Flair and Cena.
Mm-hmm. But yeah.
But it's just a deep down insecurity because he used to carry Shawn's bag, so he feels inferior to Shawn.
Mm-hmm. So he basically says that he will end the Undertaker for Shawn Michaels and end the whole era.
But is he gonna do it for The Rock? Because I did it for The Rock.
I did it for The Rock. But
I did it all for the nookie.
I didn't. No cookies unless they're chocolate chip.
You can stick it up your
Yes.
Limp Biscuit reference. Oh,
yes.
Jeez.
Limp Biscuit.
Everybody take a shot if you have something in front of you, because that should be on the drinking chart every time we make a reference to Limp Biscuit.
It has to be.
There has to be. Time out. Is there a tree?
I'm going to stop you from being hypocritical.
Okay.
We make fun of Triple H for taking too long. We've talked about this for 4.5 minutes.
Time out.
Most videos are 8. There's no timeouts.
More important.
No, it's not. There's not a Tree of Woe Show drinking game.
There should be. Set it up. Email us. All right. Next up, we had Santino.
No. Okay, this is why I talk.
Okay.
Hold on. You just talked about that, and you left out the only point that was the make of it.
By the way, this could be the headline of the title anyway.
Maybe. Triple H is talking about and Shawn Michaels says, last year I said you wouldn't win, and I was right. This year I know who's going to win, and I'm right. And he walks away, and he goes, oh, yeah, because I'm the special guest referee. And the crowd says, oh.
Whoa, sometimes I got a good feeling.
So look forward to that. Shawn Michaels, special guest referee. Hell
In a cell.
in a cell.
Ring the bell.
Ooh. You know what we got next? A United States title match. Your champion, Jack Swagger, versus our champion, Santino Marella. In this match,
Look at this.
Vince Russo returned on Raw tonight, as Jake so put it. We had the two guys come out. Of course, Vicky and Dolph were with Swagger. Then Laurinaitis and Otunga came out, and a little bit of the match went. Then Teddy Long, Kofi, and Oksana come out. So much going on. Dolph kept hitting Santino. Stuff was everywhere, and no one knew what was going on. But then Santino wins the U.S. title.
Santino first kicked out of the gut wrench powerbomb.
Which
just saying,
no one can say that. No one kicks out of the gut wrench powerbomb.
Didn't Zack Ryder kick out of the gut wrench powerbomb?
3 times. 2 times.
Yeah.
Like I said, no one kicks it. It's too devastating, even when he botches it. But yeah, and then Laurinaitis comes in and says it's his show, but Teddy's like, not today, player. We got tag matches on tag matches. And he kicks out John Laurinaitis, which is so sad because we like John Laurinaitis. But
he was Mr. Excitement.
New U.S. champion, people did this. They were
People
excited.
went nuts. We went nuts. And
You didn't at first.
Yeah, I got really mad for a while. I'm like, why the hell did they do that? Why?
And then I said, stop thinking too much.
And I said, oh yeah.
That's exactly what happened too. Over there, couch, laying down trumpet.
Yeah, laying down trumpet.
And then we got The Rock recreating the Boston Tea Party.
You know what?
Huh.
That trumpet is much easier at trombone.
Santino segment's over. We're talking about important things now.
This is how you play a trumpet. This is how you play trombone. Trombone!
Hashtag trying too hard.
Oh, what? I thought you were going to say hashtag time waster or something like
No,
that.
no.
This is why our videos are 25 minutes long.
No, it is. Most people are done by now.
Yeah,
Man.
They said, fuck, he talked about trombones and trumpets, and now they continue talking about it?
Mm-hmm. I'm not.
I am.
The Rock talks about the Boston Tea Party and about how there was a revolution. And tonight we start the Rock Revolution. And he has so much Cena merchandise. You know how much those gnomes are? Probably not very much now, but back in the day they were like $20.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. He basically just reenacts it where he just throws all this Cena stuff into Boston Harbor. There's probably some
The same Boston Harbor he threw his IC title in 1998, according to Twitter.
And I don't know if it was the IC title.
It was the IC title, according to Twitter.
Oh, well,
He was the IC champ in 98.
I don't trust Twitter on everything.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, so he throws it in. It was just one of the things. Diva segment.
Fish Fox versus Eve.
Heel Eve
Heel Eve.
for the win.
Does some shit. Squashes. Zack Ryder return. You want to cover the rest of it? Because I covered the Divas match.
That's true.
No Justin King. Asian guy. Intern.
New intern guy. Counted to 4. No, was this the match you counted to 4?
It was that she counted to 4.
Yeah.
After Eve's fit, yeah, the guy counted to 4. All right. This is a Trio Woe show pet peeve is when refs suck and they're not Justin King.
Eve wins by 4 count. First 4 count I've ever seen in a Divas match. At least it was meant to happen. But then
Woo woo woo.
Zack Ryder returns. New T-shirt. Statue of Liberty. Fist pumping. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Statue of Lebroski, I think it said was what it was called on WWE Shop. WWE Shop was broken after this segment. People wanted to buy that. I was just trying to find a CM Punk gnome after The Rock showed the Cena one.
It really tied the room together.
It really did. If it was over there, man.
Yeah,
he has a new shirt.
Tied the room together, man.
Yeah, that's true. And he says broskis before whatskis. Hoskies. Which is true.
Hey, hold on. Speaking of broskies and hoskies, I just quoted the Big Lebowski.
Everyone quotes the Big Lebowski.
It's commonplace around here.
It's the dude.
The dude abides.
Jeez.
Fucking roll. Don't roll on Shabbos.
He's the dude. Oh, and then we get Cena cutting a promo where he was talking to the WrestleMania sign, I think.
Yeah. We are not really sure. You know
While he was cutting it, I was asking Jake if he was talking to us or if the cameramen were like, and we were overhearing him talking to himself, but we decided he was talking to the WrestleMania sign.
Have you ever heard the Mitch Hedberg joke where he talks about the family photo? And right before they took the photo, something more interesting happened to the left. So instead of staring at the camera like this, they're all looking slightly to the left.
And then I said, WrestleMania 28 it was then I knew that WrestleMania was more important to me than to The Rock.
Oh, jeez. I miss Ryan Sheckler voice. That voice is Ryan Sheckler off Life of Ryan.
Will you bring back Life of Ryan, please? Thank
It
you.
was then I knew that everything I knew.
Wasn't to be. If you know about Life of Ryan, you understand why it's great. It's up there with Brink. Ooh, Brink is up there too.
Ooh.
But so Cena's talking to a sign, and he basically says that if The Rock wins, he loses everything. So I don't know about that, but whatever. And then we get the 1 hour main event: CM Punk and Jake's favorite versus Daniel Bryan and Chris Jericho. You want to talk about this one?
We never looked back to see if Jericho was the legal man or not.
That's true.
Yeah.
He's a conspiracy theorist. Tell him.
I don't think Daniel Bryan ever tagged Jericho because because CM Punk went for the roll up. Jericho intervened. Sheamus came in. There was not ever any point where they could have possibly tagged. And then at one point, Daniel Bryan goes for the flying knee, and Sheamus says, "I'm not going to sell for that right now."
Clothesline.
Yeah. Didn't work out very well. And then a little roll up sequence. Doesn't count though because Jericho's never the legal man.
He's standing by that.
Kayfabe is real.
So if next week there's some angle where he didn't really win,
Trio of us should hurt first. Trio Camacho.
No. I know you didn't watch the SmackDown review, but we are called the Tree of Camacho once he gets his first single win. I stated that clearly.
Okay, okay.
I
don't even watch our videos, man.
No, I know. You're like Metal D. What's our catchphrase? Oh yeah, we don't have one. But
entertaining ourselves
while you look
entertain yourself as well.
Yeah, entertaining yourselves while you entertain us. But so Jericho actually gets the win, not according to Jake. He cheated.
Yeah.
But technically, in the world of the television, Jericho wins by roll-up.
You came to a harsh realization during this match too.
What? That we were watching three of the best wrestlers of all time and Chris Jericho.
That was a funny thing. All right, no, but really.
Oh man. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
They had this great chain wrestling sequence at the start.
It's sad.
And Boston didn't even clap.
And it's not just Boston.
It doesn't happen
I was
anywhere.
pointing out like here's what I don't get.
Philadelphia or New York.
Yeah. Here's what I don't get about Punk. We love Punk. We love Punk for the right reasons. We know why we like CM Punk. He's good on the mic. And he's a great wrestler. We don't like CM Punk because other people like CM Punk.
It's not the hive mind mentality.
Yeah, it's almost like the crowds, they hear that music and they know, oh, that guy's a big guy, so they cheer for him. And then once the match starts, they're here.
Like, wait, why is he kicking guys?
Yeah, it's like
I want him to shoulder block.
Yeah, I want him to be more powerful. It's like they don't know why they like CM Punk. It's just frustrating because that's why I was saying, like the internet, we all talk about we want this new era, but all Vince McMahon sees is this crowd just sitting there like they don't care about the actual wrestling that's happening in the ring. Good wrestling at that, not just like wrestling to wrestle, but they are great wrestlers. Yeah. You had three of the best wrestlers, and Sheamus. Let's be real. I was not really. I'm not like Sheamus, but seriously, you have these three guys, and there's some sick back and forth going on, and just and no one cared.
And Sheamus goes in, and people go fucking nuts to count.
Yeah, and people start the Sheamus chant. Sheamus. I just don't get it. That's what my realization was. It's just like we're never gonna get this new era we asked for because we're not the majority.
You know, but the thing is, it could become the majority if they threw it out there. Because a lot of us, the Punk stuff we saw, it wasn't like, oh, this was the main event of WrestleMania.
Yeah, exactly.
Blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh, cool, we saw him against Aries and ROH. That started the summer of Punk, and he cut a promo about the fucking parable of the snake afterwards, and we all became fucking marks after that.
Yeah, exactly.
And people, average fan hasn't heard of him in ROH, or even seen the shit he did with Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, probably. Or if they did, they hated him back then because he was a heel, bad guy, and they don't like bad guys. So
I don't know. It's weird.
It's like we need to be a mixture because if all wrestling fans were smarks, I wouldn't like it. But there's some that just need to know more. We need a balance. We need people that accept it for what it is without criticizing everything, but also are like not so smart to where they can enjoy it. If that makes any sense.
We enjoy.
Yeah, we love CM Punk. But we know why we like CM Punk. We don't hear his music and go, people cheer for that guy. Let's cheer for that guy.
Yeah, hive mind. Everyone likes CM Punk.
I'll go get the Nexus Punk shirt if I have to.
Look at all the CM Punk T-shirts.
Yeah, exactly.
Ice cream bars, yeah.
So that was just bugging me during this. Is they're having this sweet thing and just like people were cheering louder during the Santino Swagger match. I just don't get it. Motherfuckers. But Yes.
Daniel Bryan though, man.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan's entrance, hilarity.
He needs to start kicking people's heads in again.
It's true. People they need to do a lot of things. TryNewThings.org.
Kick people's heads in .net.
Yeah.
You're gonna get your fucking head kicked in.
Hashtag.
You're gonna get your fucking head kicked in.
It's
Right.
the final count. Then we get The Rock talking to Paul Revere's statue, and he gives us another lesson. He just talks about stuff. No one was really feeling it, but then he cut the tune. Shove a feather up his ass and called him a jabroni. Boom. Crowd back in the hands.
And then he talked about how he wanted all the Boston cream pies.
Oh, and they showed a guy in the crowd, and the guy went, I want to laugh, but I have my kid here. You can't say that.
That's what I said over here.
They showed the perfect fan. Like, there were some people laughing, and some people just didn't get it, but they showed the one guy that said,
that was me over
It's
here, man, on
PG.
this couch. I go, you can't fucking say that.
Oh yeah, they showed the perfect guy. Like they could have showed a guy laughing, they could have showed a guy like confused, but they showed the one guy that said PG television. It was perfect. But and then we get Big Show. Oh, you talk about that. Sound like the
All
Big
right,
Show.
before the match, I said Miz comes out, and I go, it's gonna be Big Show, and then Rhodes gonna come out. We're gonna see WrestleMania moment. Miz is gonna attack, and then Big Show's gonna knockout punch. That's what happened.
Yes.
This one was Big Show at the
18.
WWE restaurant.
During 18, yeah.
And
Because he's not a big star. That show was filled with big stars. The Big Show is where he belonged. A restaurant.
Yep.
Ugh.
Wasn't that? Yeah, that was the year after the invasion. So
18 was
he was.
Austin Hall, Rock, Cena, Michaels in the game. Or not Michaels in the game, Jericho. But yeah. So they show that and exactly what happened. And it was about 2.5 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. I don't know. It was not.
It's
not
basically what
good.
you expect now from Big Show.
Yeah, and Miz, really. Miz hasn't won since.
Miz hasn't won since the last time Sheamus lost.
Yeah, those two need to have a match and Miz win, just throw us all off.
Oh, that'll be fun.
There was a freaking bone here.
Yep.
And then there was the last of the Rock tapes. I don't really remember what he was talking about
He was at the Massachusetts thing,
Yeah.
staring down at Boston Square where they started the whole revolt and they overthrew it.
He was going to overthrow the Cena.
Really? C Nation, huh? You're comparing C Nation to Great Britain and I don't. The analogies work because they're in Boston, but historically they don't work.
That's why we're not historians.
Yeah. I mean, can I go or should I just bite my tongue?
I don't think it's worth it
It's
when
not
we're
worth
already at 17 minutes.
It's not worth it.
All right, I was going to
Say the Rock's not the 13 colonies. Probably the furthest fucking thing from it.
Oh,
In all actuality, the 13 colonies are fucking Kurt Hawkins and his buddies.
yeah, it's true. But
Pushkurt.com.
yeah, Hawkins.org. And then that was it. That was just a quick one, basically saying he's about to get on a bus and come to the stadium or whatever. And then we get random match of the night, but the referee was Justin King. R-Truth versus Kane. Justin King looking better ref than ever. He had his 2 count popping.
Crisp. He was fully extended every time on the way up.
Kane off the ropes.
Yep.
Show. Hashtag. Justin King was on his game. He made this match. Kane hits the choke slam. Whap, whap, whap. Execution. He is the Bret Hart of referees. He goes,
The best there is. The best there was.
the best ref there ever will be, Chioda.
Who do we want to ref at WrestleMania?
Justin King. Which match? Every match. Except
Iron
the dumb
ref.
ones.
Yeah.
Yes, he will prove himself. Everyone gets stuck on a bus, and Justin King refs everything. That would be incredible.
What if he's at Access?
I will meet him, and I will explain to him. I will be the one guy. He's just chilling there smoking. He's not even supposed to be there, and I'll just run up, Justin King! And I will get in line, and just pretend there's a line. And he'll
Justin King, fuck the world!
I'll have him sign my Rock shirt. I'll have him sign everything. I won't let Rock sign my Rock shirt. I will let Justin King sign. Oh, but anyways, so he wins, and then he goes through the fire, and Justin King said, I'm not about to get lit on fire. Rolled out the ring. Smart decision. Again,
Fire burns always.
This fire burns always, so he was not about to touch it. But then voices. Were voices in the air, hearing loud and clear? No, they were in their head. Randall Keith Orton runs out. Not really. Randall doesn't walk. He says, I'm coming to the ring, Kane.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. I am swimming through the water.
Randy Orton is Kane.
Randy Orton is Kane.
Randy Orton is Kane. They just talk. Could you imagine the promo battles? Oh, the promo battles.
Oh,
All I ask for this feud is don't let them talk ever. What they've done so far is the perfect amount of talking.
Yep.
6 words or less. Get in, get out, get on with it.
if it takes longer than a magic bullet does to blend some cheese, it's
Don't.
not worth it.
Yes. That's the promo battles that we will see here.
Magic
Or
bullet
hopefully,
promos are less.
yeah, no, that's what we need. Orton comes out. Truth grabs onto Kane's leg. RKO out of somewhere. Hits him with it. Orton grabs the mic and just says, "It's good to be back." 5 words. Under 6. Fantastic.
Yep.
A man of few words, but of so much intensity.
He is the Dave Grohl of WWE.
Text message.
Oh, really?
And Randy Orton said this: "I'm gonna beat you."
No, he's not Dave Grohl at all.
I don't know who that is. I won't even lie.
Foo Fighters guy.
Damn, I like
drummer
Foo
for
Fighters.
Nirvana? You like the Foo Fighters?
Okay, Nirvana I'm down with in the old days.
Yeah,
because that's when they
Old
were.
days, because they didn't fucking exist if Kurt Cobain got killed by Courtney Love.
Who'd you say was the Kurt? You said Randy Orton was the Kurt Cobain. Is what you said, not Dave.
Yeah, and I switched to Dave Grohl because Dave Grohl actually did more music than
Okay.
say, "Here we are now."
This is-
Man, I'm from the grunge capital, man.
He is.
I'm
He's
down
from
with all that
Seattle.
shit.
Right there.
You can't buy this shirt online.
I talk about Duke a lot. You want to give a Husky shout out?
Hey, shout out to the University of Washington, Pac-12 champs, CJ Wilcox from the great city of Utah, Tony Roten Jr., loyalty of everything, my boy. Let's see who else gets to do a shout out. T. Ross, Isaiah Thomas is already up. But
Thank you for beating out Jimmer.
Thank you,
Isaiah Thomas.
Amen.
You forever have our thanks.
Let's see. Shout out to my boy Aziz Njai, who is horrendous when he doesn't want to be good, and great when he's great.
I believe it.
And let's see, Gant.
Are they going to win the Pac-12 championship tournament?
Yeah, of course. We're going out there.
All right. Can't say the same about Duke, because when you don't hit 14 threes, you lose.
Yeah, they hit 14 threes.
I hope so. Hope they get. We will see North Carolina Duke next Sunday. Anyways, last segment of the night, Cena comes out and doesn't talk about a whole lot at first. He just kind of was.
God, he goes in the fucking 8 Mile mode.
It's like
so much. It's
the
like,
only
yeah,
thing
The
that-
Rock says I wear fruity pebbles
Yeah.
on my wrist. Yeah, I'm the Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
I got black socks and gray shoes.
Yeah, it was like it didn't dawn on me till just now because I wasn't. But he basically said how The Rock was trying too hard, but then what was Cena doing at the first? It was like I had to ask Jake. I said, "I know I like The Rock a lot. Am I being biased by saying this sucks?" And he said no. So
It was awful.
yeah, the first part was not good. But then he just basically said he wants to know if he's facing Dwayne because he saw Dwayne last week and The Rock this week with all the little promos. So he wants to know who he's facing. Rock comes out, music hits, comes out. They just talk about, the regular stuff. Nothing really new here except for The Rock says Cena's scared that he's going to lose everything because he told it to the sign. I mean, I trust the sign with my feelings.
The sign obviously flipped and told that shit to The Rock.
He did.
Fucking blabbermouth sign. Fucking flip
Yeah.
it. Fuck the sign.
I totally
I saw the sign.
I didn't even realize that. The sign did not keep the secret.
He fucking gossips more than the 14-year-old girl. Fucking 8-year-olds, dude.
I'm disappointed, sign. It didn't click until
My
just
third
now.
favorite Lebowski quote in this video.
I'm just mad at the sign. But The Rock basically just says that you'll always be a little boy and my bitch. And he leaves. And Cena like, oh, we got a tooth fairy chant.
Yeah, and Cena.
Both of them looked confused.
And Cena wrote 6'4", 260 on his arm to make
Yeah.
allusion to the notes on the hand.
And Cena doing that was about as planned as last week.
Yeah.
So.
Well, what if last week wasn't? What if The Rock really did need those notes? And to flip it, they said that it was
The Rock. What is The Rock for a living?
fucking actor.
How many lines do you have to remember for a movie, a full 2.5 hour movie?
I don't know. You film stuff
More than
times.
10 minutes.
More than.
He's never had notes on his wrist.
And especially when no one's gonna write notes about fucking Chinese food. We
Exactly.
don't write notes. We write notes for this. We don't write notes about the jokes we're gonna crack because
No,
they kind
exactly.
of in the brain.
Exactly.
Yeah, the musical things, people getting drunk off the Tree Low Show drinking game.
Hey, take another one.
Every time we mention the game, we finish it.
Schwanza. Every time we say Swansea, do it. That'll
Every
be
time
our
we
new
talk
word.
about Camacho, finish your
Yes,
drink.
Camacho, because we will talk about that a lot. So if you want to get wasted,
Camacho's songs, and every time he looks at me and says, "We don't have time for that."
oh man,
Oh god,
you
we
will
got-
be drunk at the 4-minute point. Oh man,
Oh We don't have a type wristband.
We really don't. But yeah, and then Cena just goes, talks to his dad and his wife and stuff, and pretty much ends the show.
And
that's it. So they built on some stuff. They're kind of like staggering the appearances to where like last week was just The Rock, now it was Michaels, Rock, and Triple H. Next week I know Taker's coming back. Maybe I'm sure The Rock. But
no, they're doing
Rock concert.
They're doing the Rock concert and the Cena rap.
Turn The Rock heel and let him come out to the Hollywood theme, please. But
and have CM Punk do his Rock band stuff.
Yes, but
that would make a lot of people not like him anymore.
Yeah, it's true. Poor Punkster.
People who like Punk.
They don't know why they like him.
Yeah, if they don't understand, liking Punk is the same thing that makes him not Punk.
Yeah, it's confusing.
Still a paradox.
He doesn't like us. He doesn't like people.
Take us up.
All right. This was video 100, 25 minutes long. Probably going to be more because I'm talking still. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to subscribe. Whoops, over here. We're almost to 500. Almost to 500. Make it happen.
.com.
Like this video. Leave your comment below about anything. We will do a 500 sub video this week if you let it happen. I will do a Q&A and some other stuff. So, from us, you have a good night, Boston, world, universe. Anything else? End us with a tagline.
How often in this life do we get to see what we could not see earlier?
Never say never.